If you notice that I'm in a lot of layers and that my nose is red, it's because it's winter. So basically, my TV just turned on by itself. Okay, I don't know what that was. Actually, I'm gonna say I don't know who that was. Pretty sure it was a ghost. But anyways, like I was saying, my nose is red, so please don't call me Rudolph in a jacket. What is up, my little peppermint mochas? My name is Cam. I'm FTM trans, which means I was born a female and I transitioned into male, so my body could match my brain. I tweeted this last night, and it's mainly because I missed my mom, but it got me thinking, and that's why I wanted to make this video. I want to talk about the tolls that not being accepted can take on that person. I'm gonna give you guys a little background information if you have never seen any of my videos, just so you're not thrown off guard in this whole thing. I came out as trans to my mom in 2009, and I continued to do that every single year leading up to 2013, which was my senior year. My mom didn't believe anything I said until I was 18. I was living with my mom, my stepdad, and my 2 younger siblings. I have a younger brother and sister who at the time were 10 and 8. So they were at the age where they kind of knew something was going on, but they couldn't fully grasp what the situation was. I remember one conversation me and my brother had when we were walking to Dunkin' Donuts. I was pre-T, but my hair was cut and I was dressing as male, so physically I was presenting as male, but medically I was just not at that step yet. As we're walking, he told me that whatever I do that makes me happy is gonna make him happy. When word got around to my stepdad that I wanted to be a boy, he didn't bolt out into anger and disown me immediately, but he definitely avoided the subject until it was brought up. Mojo's just been chilling here this whole time. Hi, baby. Oh, sorry. One day I was sitting on the couch watching TV in the living room, and he came in and he told me that for top surgery they were gonna butcher my chest up. And with the discarded stuff that they had over from removing it, they were gonna throw that into a fire pit and have it just burn. That's how he told me the whole process of top surgery was gonna go. One night he told me that my mom has been crying herself to sleep every night because of my decisions. Small conversations turned into bigger ones, to the point where I was too scared to be living at home. It was definitely mentally abusive, and I don't know if it would have escalated to something more dangerous. One day I was home alone and my godmother came and we packed up all of my stuff and put it into her car, and we drove me to Boston, which is where I live now. It wasn't a shock to my mom that I moved. It wasn't like I packed up one day and I was just like, I have to leave. It was talked about for a while. She knew this was gonna be the healthiest decision for me in my life. Obviously, for me, moving out was very hard to do. I don't think people who don't support their loved ones really understand the toll it takes on their future. I've missed out on so much. I've missed out on my brother and sister growing up. My brother went from being 5'2" one day to 5'11" the next day I saw him. So this little kid who I grew up with my whole life was now bigger than me. My sister has new friends now. She's almost in high school and she doesn't play with My Little's Pet Shop anymore. I went from seeing my mom every single day to 2 times a month if I'm lucky. Holidays, I wake up in an empty apartment. There's no more younger siblings waking me up to go and wait under the tree for my mom and my stepdad to wake up so we can open presents. Christmas morning, it's just me here. I mean, and Mojo, but still. Before you ask, my stepdad was not always like this towards me. Although I was a stepchild, he did not treat me like a stepchild at all. He took me and my mom to Disney. He dropped me off at every single basketball thing I had, and a lot of the games he was always there. He paid thousands of dollars for me to have braces. He took us to a beach house for a couple weeks every single summer. So it's not like my whole life he was mean to me. I don't know why me changing my outside appearance was such a hard hit for him and why it was so hard for him to accept, and honestly I don't think I'll ever ask him. I'm not allowed at home, if anyone's wondering. I can go home whenever I want, but for the first few years of my transition, I just didn't want to. It was easier for me to be here than it was for me to be there. Me going there would result every single time in she, her pronouns. It would probably cause a fight between my mom and him because I know for a fact my mom would protect me from what he was saying, and it was just things I didn't need, nor did my family. I didn't want to cause more stress and more tension in the household, so I kind of just stayed my distance. I hope with this video it can reach parents or guardians of trans people or just anyone in the LGBT community that doesn't support their child. Disagreements and beliefs are not a good excuse to strip years away from someone you're supposed to love. It's not worth wasting the time and the memories that could be made. Instead, you should take the time to educate yourself and get familiar with what your child is going through. It might not be easy at first, but is it really worth losing someone you've raised and cared for? I hope parents or guardians or whoever watching this thinks to themselves no, because it's really not worth it. It can really affect their future, and it's because of you, not because of what they need in life. Hence, what they need in life. life, not want. They need this. I needed to transition to survive. Honestly, if I did not transition, if I didn't move out, if I didn't do any of the things I needed to do, I probably would be underground right now. My whole situation seems really bad, but obviously it's not that bad. I have anxiety, but I mean, I'm not in a bad space. I think this whole situation has definitely made me stronger, and it definitely has made me more independent. But I do wish I was able to live those years differently just because of everything I missed out on. I hope this video made sense, and I hope it was helpful. If your parents or guardians need this, please share it with them. And honestly, a lot of the situations like this are 20 times worse than my situation. A lot of the time, people in the LGBT community who are thrown out or disowned or anything are on the streets. They're in shelters because their family turned their backs on them. If you're spending the holidays alone, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I have so much love for you, and I'm only a message away. So are so many other people. So many people in the LGBT community are full of love, and they will take you in with open arms. I love you guys, and I hope that your life is going well. If it's not, I hope that tomorrow's better. Stay positive and stay true to you. I know that's really cheesy to say, but you have to do what's best for you. I'll talk to you guys later, and yeah. Ow. God, what? Don't do that when your hands are freezing cold, because now my hands feel like they're friggin' on fire. But not a good kind of fire either. Like the kind of fire that you die from. Bye.